DJ Jack, man. It's finna go down. Say yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, she been tearing the stage up all over the West Coast and from coast to coast. Please put your hands together for Imani Denae.
Hello, how are we doing? Wow, okay, it feels good to be here, yeah. I have to like move over here because that light is bright. There's a lot of people with glasses on in here. Look at us. Yeah. I love it. Look at us all being blind and stuff. I've been wearing glasses for a long time. I've been wearing them since I was 3. I know. I've been cute forever. That's what I realized. I was such a cute child, and I'm cute now. And, like, glasses, when I was a kid, people teased me for them. They used to call me 4 eyes. And one thing they would always do is they'd take my glasses from me, and then they'd be like, how many fingers do you have, or do I have holding up, you know? And that shit used to piss me off because, like, I'm blind. So, like, that's mean, you know? Because, like, here's the thing. You wouldn't push somebody out their walker and be like, how many feet away am I from you? But you think it's okay to do that with glasses. It's real fucked up, okay? Like, people really are acting like glasses are cool now. I don't understand it. A lot of people wearing fake glasses because they need a personality. And it's crazy, like, this girl, she told me she wears her glasses because they make her feel good about herself and they're really fun. And I don't get that. I don't think that's a good enough reason because when I go into Fred Meyer's and I try to ride the scooter, they tell me, get up. They say, you don't need that. But I'm like, it's fun and it makes me feel good about myself, so I should be allowed. You know, people treat glasses like a fetish, though. I think guys like them. They see girls with glasses, they want to take them off. I think it's cute, to be honest. Like, the sexiest thing a guy can do is take off my glasses and then clean them for me. Yeah, I'm like, damn, babe, you want me to see you? Okay. I like that. The fetish with glasses is weird to me. I'll never understand it. It actually makes me feel real weird. Because some guys, they'll be like, I love your glasses. You look like Velma. That shit's so fucking disgusting to me. I don't like Velma. I think Velma is stupid. Like, she can solve a crime, but she can't keep her fucking glasses on her face. And that's wild. Yes, clap for it, clock it. Because she really needs to get her shit together. It's very embarrassing. Like, here's the thing. I lose my glasses sometimes, too. But you'll never see me crawling on the ground like I'm a fucking Roomba vacuum and bumping into the walls and shit. That's dumb. What I do is I grab my phone and I go on the camera app and I zoom into the floor and start walking around till I find my glasses. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Okay? But I don't know, men do have a fetish for glasses, and it's weird. Like, I've had men tell me, hey, you should keep the glasses on during sex. That's crazy. Do you know that these are a medical device? This is medical equipment. This helps me see. Yeah, you want me to wear it during sex? What does that do for you? That's like telling somebody with hearing aids, keep the hearing aids in during sex. Yeah, I want you to hear this. It's weird. I don't know. There's a lot of people talking about racism and white people up here. Yeah. It's hard to talk about it. I don't know. It is very difficult. Because, like, I have a lot of white friends. I grew up here. So it happens just naturally. You can't really help it. Yeah, I like them. I like them enough. We're so different, and I feel like I learn things from my white friends all the time. Like, this last year, I learned about tanning. Yes, my white friends were telling me about tanning. And, like, my friend, he got, like, burned from the sun. And he said it's a good thing because when he gets burned, like, when it heals, he's darker. So he likes to burn when he's tanning. And that is crazy to me. And I kind of respect that kind of tanning. Because, like, he's suffering for his brownness just like me. So, like, we can relate a little bit. It's those spray tanners that I don't like, actually. Because, like, you mean to tell me you're putting brown on your skin? Interesting. You want all the perks of being brown, but none of the suffering. I can see. Yeah, I have lived out here for a very long time. My parents are both from Oregon, and I was a military kid, so I lived in Texas for a little bit. And I can tell you right now, Texas and Portland treat race very, very differently. And in a weird way, I didn't know I was black until I moved to Oregon. And I know it sounds crazy, but Oregon has a weird way of being like, did you know you're black? They do it. It's in the weirdest way. They'll be like, look, have you heard about this black person who died? When I tell you, one of my closest white friends sent me the obituary of the kid that got hung. And I was like, why did you do this to me? Like me, your black friend. See, white people do not know how to just let you be black in peace. It's a struggle. But I got you. Mind your business. It's easy. It's not your problem. I don't know what I'm up here doing. I came up here thinking like every single time I perform on this stage, I don't put a lot of effort into it. Only because like this gives me open mic vibes all the time. So that's why I don't treat it as much else. But I should. But yeah, I grew up in Beaverton. That's where I grew up. And like I remember my parents, they always were very, very strict with us. They very much wanted us to be a certain type of person because we lived in a very white city. So they wanted us to behave, be good black kids. And like my parents would always tell me like, these white kids, they don't know you. They only know about you through BET and MTV and VH1. They don't know you. And the thing is, I only know about white people from TV too, Mom and Dad. Yeah, I know about them from this one channel called Investigative Discovery. I know what these white men do in their free time. Yeah, never gonna piss one of them off. Yeah, I've always been nice to white kids, though. I have. I always have, especially white boys. I had to. Being one of the only black kids at the school, you have to find that weird white boy and you gotta be his friend. I'm very good at compliments. I'd be like, you look good in that trench coat. I'd be like, okay, Sherlock Holmes, okay. Look at you, Inspector Gadget. Because you don't want to say school shooter first. You can use that as your third tag, but you can't start with school shooter. No, you want to be really nice to these weirdo white kids. You do. You want to be very, very nice to them. Like when I was a kid, I had this kid in my class. His name was JD. JD was a weirdo white kid who hated James Bond. I know, crazy. White kids usually love James Bond. He hated James Bond a lot. I remember this because we had to read a book about James Bond, and he said it was against his religion. And then he brought a gun to school. And it was crazy because, like, it is crazy. I actually am one of those kids who has experienced a school thingy. Yeah. Luckily, no one shot a gun, but one was brought, and it was a classmate. And, like, me and JD were tight. So part of me feels like JD would have just told me to use the bathroom because I was so nice to JD. But I was way too nice to JD. JD had a crush. I realized that when I got older, you can't be nice to men. They might fall in love. Yeah. You thought coming to a school with a gun was a problem. He's gonna show up with flowers, and that might be even more dangerous. Cause then you gotta be his girlfriend and stuff, and in order to protect the whole school. And like, yeah, he's gonna make you feel special, you know? He's gonna treat you like his trophy wife. But you don't wanna mess up because you might end up being a trophy wife for real, because he can put your head on the wall. Can't be too nice to these white boys. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell real jokes. Real ones. Okay. My niece, she's 13. She's one of these young kids growing up. Honestly, they are a different breed. My niece, 13 years old, 8th grade, doesn't even know if she has scoliosis. They didn't check. That's crazy to me. I found out I had scoliosis in elementary school. But these kids, all these kids have scoliosis. Let's be real. They're walking around like Ninja Turtles out here.
Right.
Just bent the fuck over. It's really, really sad to see. My niece that's 5 years old, I like to spoil my niece because like when I was a kid, my dad used to give us $5 to go to the Dollar Tree. And so I did that with my nieces. I gave them both $5 and I was like, let's go to the Dollar Tree. And my niece asked me, she was like, why is nothing $1? I said, I'm going to kill myself. She's aging me, and I don't like it. I'm only 29. That's not an old age. That's still young, I think. A lot of people didn't even know I was 29 until I said I was 29. So I'm doing pretty good for myself. I'm not grown up yet. I know I'm not because I haven't started to leave the bathroom with dry hands yet. I know adults should dry their hands before they leave the bathroom. Sometimes I leave with them a little wet. There's a lot of people whose hands I never shook, okay? Because they were a little wet right now, sorry. It's kind of embarrassing. Yeah. I don't know, I drank for the first time in a while. This is why this is going weird. I don't drink very often, so this is fun. Okay. I'm from a big family. I'm one of 7, and being one of 7 sucks because like each person like is constantly trying to get attention, and some of my siblings, they did like the big things to get attention. Like one person went to prison. Another sibling, she had a baby in high school. Another sister, she was an epileptic. And I didn't have anything going for myself except for my good handwriting. Yes, I wrote the chore charts. I did for the family. At gunpoint, I did. I'm just kidding. No, it was. I was always giving myself the easy task: vacuum. But no, it was hard. I really wanted to get attention growing up, and it wasn't like I wasn't doing enough. And I remember one thing that I always got attention for was crying. I was the family crybaby, and they hated it. They hated it a lot. My parents literally used to say to me, they'd be like, I'll give you something to cry about. They're like, I'll give you a reason to cry. Which is crazy because I was crying, like at the time that they said it. Like they didn't have to give me a reason because I was already doing it. It's weird. I never understood that because like here's the thing, when parents say that, they just think that your crying is unreasonable. Like you're being hurt, you're bleeding, does not warrant crying. Something else could warrant crying more. Like they would be like, you're crying, you need a reason to cry? I'll hit you. That was their thing. But there's a lot of other reasons to cry. Like they could have just showed me their bank statements, I'd cry. I'm one of 7, I knew we were poor, but it would be crazy to know how bad it was. They also could like, I don't know, and this is dark, they could kill themselves in front of me. I would cry, that'd be a better reason to cry for sure. I would cry instantly. And like, I feel like I would cry for the rest of my life, but there would be a point in time where I would cry a lot less, you know? And it would just be around like birthdays and holidays where I would start crying. Cause like on those birthdays and those holidays, I would be like forever stuck with this memory of how, like, I scraped my knee and my parents killed themselves in front of me. Such a dark day. I always thought to myself, if I was to ever get kidnapped by like a serial killer crazy person, you know, and he's just like got me locked away, I would say to him, I'd be like, could you let me go? Like, I could live with this. I really could. Like, everything that's happened here, I could take this with me and it'd be okay. Like, I wouldn't tell anyone at all. Like, this is not even that big of a deal to me, to be honest. This is kind of just like a scratch on the knee for me. Okay, that was my dark joke of the evening. Okay. Dennis was talking about pets. I'm not a pet person. I personally do not care for animals that much. Mostly because I feel like people treat them with too much respect. They do. I'm not gonna be like a pet mom. Like, people are like, I'm a dog mom. No, if I had a dog, I'd be a dog dad. Because that dog would come up to me and I'd be like, go talk to your mom. Because, like, I want nothing to do with it. It's too much work to take care of pets. But people love them. And I've heard people be like, I'm a pet parent. I'm a dog mom. I'm a dog cat. This is my baby. I don't like when I hear people say that shit. They're like, my pet is my baby. Yes, you can love it like it's a baby. That's fine. You can grieve for it like it's a baby. That's fine. It just doesn't make sense to me because, like, here's the thing. I had a pet that I loved a lot. I had a fish, and my fish died after 6 months. And once it died, I was like, welp, I tried. And that's not something you could say about a 6-month-old baby. Can't just lose a 6-month-old and be like, well, I tried. I could just get another one. It's only been 6 months. How attached could I really have been, you know? Okay. Do I have a little bit of time? I don't know how much time I had left after. 3 minutes? Oh, awesome. Okay. Cool. This is me giving a half-assed attempt of jokes. I am so sorry. I apologize. But yeah, pets. Don't know how I feel about them. People talk to their pets, and that's always been weird to me. And, like, by talking to your pet, I mean you're barking at your dog or meowing at your cat. I think that that's inappropriate because they don't know what you're saying. They really don't. As a matter of fact, I don't know why you are trying to do that. I think it's very offensive that you're doing that because you wouldn't go into an Asian restaurant and go ching-chong to the people there. But you think you can bark at your dog? Like, what makes that okay? Is it the fact that you own them? Because I don't know how I feel about that. I also don't even understand why we're even teaching children animal noises in the first place. Are they going to be communicating with these animals? And what's really fucked up is the animals should be teaching us their noises, shouldn't they? Isn't it kind of fucked up that we're teaching animals noises? Like, that's very fucked up. Who are we to tell these animals how they sound? I'm an activist. Your host went in the bathroom, so I guess I'll tell one more thing about animals. Okay. I don't like bugs. I feel like bugs are proof the devil's real. They very much are. I hate bugs a lot. And I feel like sometimes people put a lot of, like, I don't know, like they put a lot of human-like characteristics onto bugs, and they're just bugs, okay? Like, bugs don't have a life like we do. They're not like us. They really aren't. Like, I've never been walking through a swarm of bees and been like, oh my God, they're trying to fuck me. Like, that's never, they really aren't human like that. I've never seen a bug yawn before. That's an indication of a hard work. They don't gossip. Never seen ants getting together being like, oh my God, have you heard about Anton? He got raided. Anyway, thank you guys so much. My name is Imani.
Youngin', holla back.